Hi guys, and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Morrowind. This is Epsilon, and we're here in Arkingthand to find the steel... Steel? Wrong. It might be made of steel. I don't know. Actually, probably not if it's Dwemer. The Dwemer puzzle box, basically, is what we're here to find. I'm babbling. So this is actually the second time that I've filmed this video, because the first time, turns out, didn't have my microphone plugged in. As you might imagine, that produced some difficulty in filming. Hello. So I know where, of course, the Dwemer puzzle box is. I knew last time, actually, where the Dwemer puzzle box was. Puzzle box. Get out my knife, I guess. The Stabio.
You'll be dead soon.
Okay, and we're bringing Julian with us. We're going to leave everybody dead here, because it turns out... there he is. There's more stuff to carry back than we have room for with us. So we're not actually going to be picking up literally anything, except maybe money off corpses. Actually, no, I'll just leave that. Get over there, Julian. You can run up to him now if you need to. Just stab him. Fight him, Julian. Fight him. Please fight him. No? No? I mean, I'm just going to keep firing these arrows until this man dies. There we go. That felt good. Okay. And we're heading this way. So yes, I've been through this dungeon already. Realistically, I've actually been through this dungeon like hundreds of times. I've played Morrowind so many times. But Madriel doesn't know where the puzzle box is, and it is not obvious to him where he needs to go. I don't think it's obvious to anybody, really. I think the pathway to the puzzle box is kind of... I don't know. The first time I played, I never found it. I had to look it up online. I was like, where the hell is this box? And then I saw, and I was like, oh. Oh, that's a path. I feel... Ah, there! It's not wrong. I'm sorry. You are beaten, though. Give me your money. Force of habit. Stop looting corpses. We'll be back for those. So after we finish this dungeon and get back to Hasfat, we are going to return here and loot this place. Well, I'll come back. I think I'm going to do that off camera, because to be completely honest, it's not terribly interesting. Because I'll just be coming in and heading back to town and coming back and forth, and there'll be no monsters to fight, and it'll be the exact same scenery multiple times over. And I don't want to make you sit through that if I can afford it. There's no good story reason as to why. Because Madriel is very interested in this Dwemer stuff, and he's going to take some of it home and redecorate his house. It's like, it's cool. Hi there. I'm going to shank you now. Thank you. Okie dokie. Let's go this way. You're going to leave Julian here. These places are so weird. What do you suppose really happened to the Dwemer? I'm really awful at his voice. I really should have picked a different voice for him. Wait right here, okay? Wait really far away from that awful lava right there. Just don't even get near it. Skeleton. Shadow weave wing. Shadow weave ring. Not wing. Ring. Okay. Actually. I think it's possible to... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that graphical tearing. Come on. Okay. I know it's possible to get up here like this. Fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Leaping across a pit of lava. I would be more comfortable if I could jump from this pipe. Let me leap from the pipe. I can't make that jump. Ow. Get out of the lava. Get out of the lava. Just fly the rest of the way, I guess. Okay, we're going to come in here and kill this guy. We're not going to go up to the top floor to get the... Do I here? Whatever. The thing that's up there. Again, we're going to leave it, because we're going to come back here.
You will die where you stand.
Will I, though? Just let me heal. Did you just stab me with the hammer?
Still can, child.
Just die, sir. Okay, just, restore fatigue. That's what I need. That'll work. Die. Thank you. Good to Sarah. Okay, we murdered that guy. It's great. It's murdering people. I was under the impression it was possible to get back up through here, because it's possible to leave this way very easily. Just walk around. You're done. Hey, Julin. What's up, Julin? Yes, come with me. You will see a world of pure imagination. So yeah, after we clear this dungeon and get the puzzle box, we'll hand it back to Hazfat. We'll go speak to Caius. He will hand us our next mission. And that'll probably be the episode. This is the second time I filmed this. And I'm going quite mad. Okay, well, those are locked. I cannot unlock them. Do you have a key? Nope. You don't. You just have some money. That's fine. We'll just head back the way we came. Do you have a key? Oh, I took your belt. I want your belt. I want your money. I don't think anybody has a key. Okay. Hi there.
You're growing weak.
Ow! Don't be rude. What part of me is unarmored? No part of me is unarmored. My unarmored skill went up, but I have a helmet, both pauldrons, a chest piece, both gloves, greaves, and boots. There's literally no part of me that is unarmored. Don't know what's happening. Ow. Okay, I didn't die. Away the weapon, sir. I think we're about to round back out to... Okay. Restore fatigue. Where are you at? Oh, she sounds so enthusiastic. Oh, it's a steel spear. It's pretty nice. So yeah, after this episode, the next episode, Julian will have redecorated his house a bit with some Dwemer mugs. We'll be leaving all these cogs here because they're not valuable and they weigh 50 pounds. We'll take that, however. And that. Mugs. See if I can find some pictures somewhere. Ah, see, cups, bowls, cups, all of that. You will have redecorated his house a little. He likes Dwemer stuff. It's cool. He feels a bit of a kinship with it. And are we back where I think we are? Yep. Okay. So, Madril's a little confused. He just went through everywhere he can. That door is locked. But then he's like, well, there's a floor up there. How do I get there? Let's just climb up there. Yeah, this thing. This pathway? I didn't see that when I was a young man. It was so bad. Sweet, sweet, sweet dwarven spear. Okay. Ooh, nice glitch a little there. Is there anything in here? Excuse me, don't be attacking my friend. Ow! I do see some hinging. We will take that. As well as these potions. And we will loot from here, because it turns out... there's the puzzle box. We got it! Journal's been updated. It's okay, I'll loot from here. I'll get a few things to take back and sell with us. Preferably... well, not preferably a candle. Preferably some coins? These boxes are all empty. Coins! A candle. The bowl. Which one? We got 3 more pounds. 8 pounds. 2 pounds apiece. 8 pounds. Take your pants, sir. Gonna sell your pants for money. Okay, we got the Dwemer puzzle box. Let's head back to Hasfat. And I will read off all the information he's going to be giving us, because it's going to be a lot. Are you levitating? Oh, that's right. I forget that Julian can levitate and cast breathe underwater and all that stuff so that he doesn't die when I go somewhere random. It's a very good companion mod. First barrier ring. Actually, we might be spending the night here. No, no. What time is it? It's 1 in the morning. Yeah, we're totally spending the night here. Let's have some... we will share like half a sandwich apiece. Some rat meat, cook up. We'll sleep. Morning. Take care. You never know how much of this machinery might still be working. So while we have breakfast together, we're going to improve his alchemy, because it's something you can just talk about over a light breakfast. Increased my alchemy. I do not want to eat red lichen. Thank you. Let's go, Julian. Back to Balmora. Ow. Oh, did I hit you? I don't know if right now is the time, 'cause there's something coming at us. Now, what were you saying, Julian? Thank you for training me, Madral Vintu. I can see I'm improving already. I suppose I just need someone else to encourage me and check my technique. But I was thinking, I really don't know much about you, except that you're a freelance adventurer. Will you tell me a bit more about yourself? So, tell me, how did you come to Morrowind? I took a boat to get here. You're a convict? By Zur, you're not on the run, are you? No, you don't understand. I was released here in Morrowind, as if the Empire hasn't done us enough damage without deciding to dump their criminals on us. Yes, thanks. I should have kept my criminal tendencies overseas and left you to get eaten by clan fears. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it personally. You seem like a good person, I think. So, were you guilty of whatever it was, you did to, Get locked up, I mean. Well, yes, but it was for a good reason. Like, I believe you. I'm not sure why, but I do. You've been a good friend to me, helping me out like this, and I'm loyal to my friends. And even if you were lying, I'm willing to judge you on your present actions, no matter what you did in the past. So, shall we get going? Sure. Julian, it was... Oh, God. Hold that thought. Oh my God, are you joking me? Just stay dead. Okay. Julian, I used to be a soldier in the Legion. I don't think I've mentioned that to you before. Well, used to be. I'm an old... It's a little complicated. I've had tours of duty in Black Marsh and elsewhere. Mostly fort keeping stuff. I don't know how you would phrase that word. OOC, out of character. Just guard duty, basically. We watched the fort, we kept the border safe, took out some bandits every now and then, necromancer cult, you know, what have you. I was assigned to a regiment that was sent out into the sands of elsewhere. We were told it was to take care of some subversive elements that had been growing up. Which usually means, like, violent terrorists or bandits or something. Generally bad people. But that's not what we came across. The village we were sent to was instead filled with mages. Now, given the way that history has turned out, I'm aware now that it wasn't the Emperor who sent us on that mission. It was... Oh God, I always forget his name. Jagar Tharn? Whatever, the battle mage that replaced the Emperor. It was that guy. Why he would want us to wipe out a town of friendly mages, I have no idea. I don't know. This was not part of the description, obviously. We were just told they were dangerous subversives. And I refused. My commander agreed with me on a moral level, but his first duty was to the Empire. And I tried to stop them, but I'm only one man, and they were an entire regiment. I was detained, and afterwards released from duty, sent here to Morrowind to make my life. I've basically been exiled here. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I got out of prison, like, 2 years ago, maybe? So, I hope that fills in your need to know more about me. I'm willing to kill those it's necessary to kill, but, I mean, there were kids. There were Khajiit kids there. I'm done talking about this. We're almost back to Hazfat anyways. Hazfat!
Any time now.
Go ahead.
Hi! So, have you done that little favor I asked? Yeah, I have it right here. Perfect. Just what I was looking for. Just let me take this Dwemer puzzle box, and then I'll tell you what Caius will want to know about the Sixth House, and the Nerevarine. By the way, the inscriptions on the box seem to be directions for setting a Dwemer key to open a specific lock. If you're interested, after you've delivered your report to Caius, come back, and maybe I'll have a key you can take to Arkingfand. Okay, tell me about the Sixth House. House Dagoth is the Sixth House, the lost sixth house. In the First Age, House Dagoth betrayed the other great houses during the War of the First Council, and was destroyed for their treason. I can answer any questions you have, but I'll give you some notes to give to Caius, and recommend some sixth house references he should read. Here's a list of cheap books. All of them will tell you something about the sixth house and how it ended. The War of the First Council, which we have with us, Saint Nerevar, Nerevar Moon and Star, and The Real Nerevar. Try the bookseller Dorisa Darvel over in the commercial district. She'll have at least some of these titles. Thanks. How about not House Dagoth? Oh. House Dagoth was the sixth of the 7 great Dunmer houses. Nothing remains of the sixth house. Its members were all slain or adopted into other great houses following their treason in the War of the First Council. Their clanstead was called Kogarun. I keep saying Houth. I keep saying Houth. I don't know why. I see sixth house, and I go sixth Houth. Sixth. How about the Nerevarine? The Ashlanders believe a reborn Nerevar will unite the Dunmer against the Outlander invaders and restore the ancient Dwarven? What am I saying? Dark Elven nation. Nerevar is a legendary hero and saint of the temple, but the temple denies the prophecy and persecutes heretics who believe in the Nerevarine. Tell Caius that Sharn Gramazgob would be a better person to ask about the native faiths and superstitions. I won't bore you blathering about history. That's what Caius is for. But if you're really interested, try On Morrowind, the Imperial Province, by Aramanwe of Sunhold. I have an extra copy you can have. What an adventurer like you really needs is a sense of current events. Who hates who? Where's trouble brewing? That's where opportunity lies for an outlander like you. Okay, what's going on? The great houses hate each other. Theft, murder, assassination, secret raids, standard stuff. The temple is trying to kill off a rebellious faction called the Dissident Priests. Ashlander nomads raid each other, attack traders and pilgrims. A secret cult is killing off imperial citizens. All bad enough. The real problem, though, is the blight, monsters, and diseases. The natives say it comes from Red Mountain. It's been a local problem for years, but lately it's gotten badly out of control. Do you know anything about the dwarves? You mentioned them. The disappearance of the dwarves predates imperial written records. Dunmer oral accounts record that the Dwemer were utterly destroyed by the gods for profane practices and impiety. Dwarven ruins are scattered across Tamriel, and weapons, armor, houseware, coins, and other items of Dwemer design are often found, but the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of the dwarves remains one of Tamriel's greatest mysteries. Okay. Thank you. This has been very helpful. I suppose you'll be taking those notes to Caius Casadis now? Will you? I don't like the sound of all this. Why would an old skooma addict be interested in the sixth house? And why is he so secretive about it? Let me see those notes. Why does Casadis want to know this stuff about House Dagoth? That's something best left alone. It's bad luck to even talk about these things like this. I hope he knows what he's doing. What am I saying? He's an ignorant outlander. Of course he doesn't know what he's doing. Here, let's have a seat. Let's read these. Hasfat's notes for Caius. House Dagoth is an extinct great house. In the wake of the ancient Battle of Red Mountain, its leadership was revealed to have plotted treason and was discredited. Many of House Dagoth died defending the house. Those survivors who were faithful to the Great Council were redistributed among the other houses. The temple says the ancient legendary evil beings that dwell beneath Red Mountain in Dagoth region are the original leaders of this extinct house, sustained by some powerful evil sorceries. These books include references to the sixth house and its destruction. Sixth house! House! The bookseller Dorisa Darvel over in the commercial district might have copies. The War of the First Council, Saint Nerevar, Nerevar Moon and Star, The Real Nerevar. And we have the War of the First Council. The War of the First Council was a First-Age religious conflict between the secular Dunmer, House Dwemer, and Dagoth, and the Orthodox Dunmer houses Inderol, Redoran, Dres, Hlalu, and Telvanni. The First Council was the first pan-Dunmer governing body, which collapsed over disputes about sorceries and enchantments practiced by the Dwemer and declared profane by the other houses. The secular houses, less numerous, but politically and magically more advanced, and aided by Nord and Orc clans drawn by promise of land and booty, initially campaigned with great success in the north of Morrowind and occupied much of the land now compromising Redoran, Vardenfell, and Telvanni district. The Orthodox houses, widely dispersed and poorly organized, suffered defeat after defeat, until Nerevar was made general of all house troops and levies. Nerevar secured the aid of nomad barbarian tribesmen, and contrived to force a major battle at the secular stronghold of Red Mountain on Vardenfell. The secular forces were outmaneuvered and defeated with the help of Ashlander scouts, and the survivors forced to take refuge in the Drummer stronghold at Red Mountain. After a brief siege, treason permitted Nerevar and his troops to enter the stronghold, where the secular leaders were slain and Nerevar mortally wounded. General slaughter followed, and House Dwemer and Dagoth were exterminated. Nerevar died shortly thereafter of his wounds. 3 of Nerevar's associates among the Orthodox houses, Vivec, Almalexia, and Soule, succeeded to control of the recreated First Council, renamed the Grand Council of Morrowind, and went on to become the God Kings and immortal rulers of Morrowind known as the Tribunal, Almasivi. Almalexia, Soule, and Vivec. Their names make up Almasivi. We also got On Morrowind, so let's read that. It's a few pages. After the conquest of Hammerfell, Imperial legions massed along the northeastern borders of Cyrodiil, and invasion fleets prepared in Skyrim. Initially, though the Imperial legions and navy were widely considered undefeatable, House Indoril and the Temple hierarchy proposed to resist to the death. Redoran and Dres stood by Indoril, while the Telvanni remained neutral. Hlaalu proposed accommodation. Contrived border incidents in Black Marsh ended inconclusively, but the swampy terrain did not favor Legion and Navy coordination. Amongst the legions massed west of Silgrod Tower and Kraganmore, and the legions west of Blacklight and Cormaris View, Morrowind had pitifully small militias, stiffened by small companies of Redoran mercenaries and elite units of House Nobles and Temple Ordinators and Armigers. Further complicating matters was the refusal of Indoril, Dres, Hlaalu, and Telvanni to garrison the western borders. Indoril and Dres proposed, rather than defend the western border, instead to withdraw to the interior and fight a guerrilla war. With Hlaalu advocating accommodation and Telvanni remaining neutral, Redoran therefore faced the prospect of standing alone against the Empire. The situation changed radically when Vivec appeared in person in Vivec City to announce his negotiation of a treaty with Emperor Tiber Septim, reorganizing Morrowind as a province of the Empire, but guaranteeing all rights of faith and self-government. A shocked Temple hierarchy, which apparently had not been consulted, greeted the announcement with awkward silence. Indoril swore they would resist to the death, with the loyal support of Dres, while Redoran, grateful for a graceful excuse to avoid facing the legions unsupported, joined with Hlaalu in welcoming the agreement. Telvanni, seeing which way the wind blew, joined with Hlaalu and Redoran in supporting the treaty. Nothing is known of the circumstances of the personal meeting between Septim and Vivec, or where it took place, or the preliminaries which must have preceded the treaty. The public reason was to protect the identities of the agents involved. In the West, speculation has centered around the role of Zurin Arctis in brokering the agreement. In the East, rumor suggests that Vivec offered Numidium to aid in the conquest of the Altmer and Somerset Isle in return for significant concessions to preserve self-rule, house traditions, and religious practices in Morrowind. The Lord High Counselor of the Grand Council and Indoril refused to accept the treaty and refused to step down. He was assassinated and replaced by Hlaalu. House Hlaalu took the opportunity to settle some old scores with House Indoril, and a number of local councils changed hands in bloody coups. More blood was shed in these inter-house struggles than against the Imperial legions during Morrowind's transition from an independent nation to a province of the Empire. The generals of the legions had dreaded an invasion of Morrowind. The Dunmer were widely regarded as the most dreadful and fanatic foes, further inspired by their temple and clan traditions. The generals had not grasped the political weakness of Morrowind, which Emperor Tiber Septim recognized and exploited. At the same time, given the tragic depopulation and destruction experienced by the other provinces conquered by Septim, and the swift and efficient assimilation of Morrowind into the imperial legal systems and economy, with relatively small impact on lower and upper classes of Morrowind citizens, the tribunal also reserves some credit for recognizing the hopelessness of Morrowind's defense, and the chance of gaining important concessions at the treaty table by being the first to offer peace. By contrast, many Enderal nobles chose to commit suicide rather than submit to the Empire, with the result that the house was significantly weakened during the period of transition, guaranteeing that they would lose much of their influence and power to House Lalu, whose influence and power was waxing with its enthusiastic accommodation with the Empire. The Temple hierarchy more skillfully managed their loss of faith, remaining aloof from political struggles and earning the goodwill of people by concentrating on their economic, educational, and spiritual welfare. Okay. So basically, the sixth house was destroyed and sucked into the other great houses. And when Morrowind became a province, I think it was called Resdane before it was called Morrowind, although the book didn't mention that. They have a lot of the laws that the rest of the Empire doesn't have because they came to the table first and were able to preserve some of those laws, such as...
What was that?
That is a very nice outfit. Such as slavery. Slavery is illegal in all parts of the Empire except here in Morrowind during the Third Era, this part of the Third Era. So, that's the reason it's here. Madril does not like slavery and will be freeing slaves when he comes across them, assuming he can do so. Can't free all the slaves, but you can definitely try. Okay, so we'll go to Caius. I'll just leave Julian outside, because Caius just won't talk to us unless Julian is outside anyway, so... And then we'll probably end the episode. No, I've already said this. Julian, I need you to stay right here, okay? Okay, I'll be back for you in like 20 seconds. It'll be fine.
Yes?
Hello. These notes are from Hasfat Antabolus. I don't know if it's Antabolus or Antabolus. I'm going to go with Antabolus. Excellent. I trust you didn't work you too hard for them. I'll look them over in more detail later, but now I have some new orders for you. I've glanced at Hasfat Antabolus's notes. They covered the 6th house admirably, but not the Nerevarine cult. Hop on over to the Balmora Mages Guild. It's right next to the Balmora Fighters Guild. Get Sharn Gramuzgrob to tell you what she knows about the Nerevarine. She'll have some silly errand for you. Do what she asks, and report back when she's given you the information. Do you have anything? Oh. Jeanette Cite's little book is a good place to serve. I have a copy here. Take it. You might also look for On Morrowind, the Imperial Province by Erman Way of Sunhold. We have that book, actually. Thank you. Julian, we have a new book to read. A Short History of Morrowind. Short my butt. That's 6 pages. I think I've done enough reading for this episode. I'll read it next episode before we go talk to Sharn.
How are you?
Yeah, come on. So, Julian, we have a new mission to go talk to Sharn to learn about the Nerevarine cult. Before we go speak with her, though, I want to basically clear out some of those corpses and some of the artifacts that were in the Dwemer place. Because, I mean, they've been there like hundreds of years, and they're perfectly usable. They're just wasting away. I know it might be illegal, but no one's going to get any cultural heritage if we just let bandits in there. At the very least, we should get them out and keep them, spread them to the populace, what have you. They're better served actually serving their function than sitting in a dank hole used by murderers and rapists. But I don't want you to have to go with me, so I think we should split up. I know you like bars, so here's a bar. And
Speak quickly.
you can stay here while I go do that. I mean, you don't have to stay here. It might be a few days for me. Explore Balmora. Get some training. I don't know. Anything you feel like doing. It'll be a nice break from the constant togetherness we have to experience. Not that I don't like spending time with you, Julian, but, you know, breath of fresh air and all that. Hopefully you agree, 'cause I'm not going to give you a choice in the matter. Okay, dokie. I'm going to give him some stuff to hold for me, so I can empty out my weight. I'll do that later, actually. Okay, so that's been this episode of Morrowind. Like, leave a comment, subscribe, the whole thing you hear at the end of every single YouTube video.
Outside, or is it inside?
I have no idea.
So strange this.
Okay, stop talking to me, please.
Up the marsh.
Like, leave a comment, subscribe, the whole thing you hear at the end of every YouTube video. I'd be super grateful. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.